In this video lesson, I would like to explain what is a Forex market hour, what are the trading sessions, and that is the time where the Forex market is open, where most of the traders are active on the market, and how to use that in your favor. First of all, on the left side here, you can see the article I have written on the Get No Trading website, which you can also access here on the Get No Trading. The link will be below in the description. Here on the right side, I have gold against US dollar on the 4-minute time frame. We can set that also to 1-minute time frame, where each of these candles are equal to one hour. So when 1 hour closes at a full hour, it will open a new one, and this candle will be formed right here. This is a demo account just to be able to show you a trading example if it is necessary to explain this more in detail with the trading example, which is much more easy to understand than just simply talking to you with simple words. Now, the Forex trading session, what is a Forex market hour? You can see the topics I will cover here. What is a Forex market hour trading session? The trading session overlap. Then you have the average pip movement, which is a very useful information. And then what is the best time to trade, the best day to trade. Well, these informations will be helpful to some of the traders because they are using these information in their trading decisions during the day and also during the week. But to some of the traders, this will not be very useful. But it is also good to know. Maybe you find this information useful in the future. Well, there are several trading sessions when the market opens. The Forex market starts from the Monday to Friday, depending on the country you are living in. For example, if you are living in Europe, like I am, the market opens on a Sunday evening at 11 o'clock and closes around also 11 o'clock on a Friday evening. So it starts on the weekend and finishes on the Friday. But on some countries, for example, for the US, the market starts on a Monday and closes on a Friday. So let's see what we have here. A Forex trading session. The Forex market is open 24 hours from Monday to Friday. That's okay. But the trading activity is not the same during the day. Why is that? Well, whenever the market opens, for example, if the market opens at Friday and at Sunday evening at 11 o'clock, the market will not be so volatile, and that volatile means is there many traders that are pushing the price up and down. So this means, is the price going up and down, or the price is moving sideways, like in this example where there is no large trading activity. Now check this one. If you have this small candle here with this white small candle, what is the difference between this candle and this one here? You can see what is the difference. Here on this candle, there were so much traders, and also there were also news on the market. The traders have pushed the price up and down, up and down. We can see that in 1 hour, and then continue to make that with a smaller amount and volume later on. But here there were no traders. And why is that? Because it was on the 4th of July when there is no much traders at 9 o'clock in the evening. So that means there are no traders, too much traders on the market, and that means there are trading session when there are traders active. Why is that? Because in Europe, a normal working day starts at 8 o'clock in the morning or 9 o'clock, and they're working up to 4 or 5 p.m. So this is when most of the traders are active on the market. So there is more volatility. In the evening, when they finish with their job, the market loses those traders for that day, so the market slows down. So these are the moments when the market is active. So when there is an overlap, and that means, for example, just take a look here. For example, it's 3 o'clock in the Europe. This is 3 o'clock in the Europe, is around 6 hours back, is around 9 o'clock in the morning in the US, depending on in the part of the US where you are living in. But this is most of the time when most of the traders are overlapping. So there is more and more traders, especially from the Europe and the US, with the biggest markets and the participants on the Forex market. They start to trade. So there is a large amount of traders active on that time. So Forex market hour trading session, these are the ones I have talked about. You can see when the trading session starts. In Tokyo starts from 9 up to 6 p.m. Then you have Sydney from 7 to 4. Then you have London from 8 to 4. And then you have New York from 8 to 5. So these are the trading session on the market. when they are overlapping, we will see that here. When they are overlapping, we can see that those overlaps here, and then London and New York, when the biggest overlap is, we can see the difference in the candles. We can see here when there is a London, they start to make large candles, and then when they overlap with the New York, and especially at 2 o'clock and 3 o'clock p.m. in the Europe, this is most of the time when the news have been published, and then you can see large candles has been formed because large activity amount has been done on the Forex market. And as the market closes from the London here, then there is only New York, and when the biggest two trading session has been closed, then you have only Sydney with a smaller amount. And then later on, again, when the Sydney starts, we can see starts the Tokyo, and so on and so on. So we can see the difference between the volume traded on the market and what is the volatility. Now, the average pip movement is very also important during the trading session. During trading session, you can see here what is the difference. Then we have here London and we have a New York. You can see that these two, London and New York, the last two in these charts, we can see they have the biggest candles and also the biggest pip movement, which means on the average, the pip movement on the, for example, for the GBP, Japanese yen, and also for the Euro USD. We can take here, for the Euro USD, the average pip movement is around 60 pips during the London and the New York session. But compared to Sydney and also Tokyo, which is around 30 to 40. So this is the double the amount of the Sydney and Tokyo session we have in the Euro and US trading session. So this is the price difference. So this means the pip movement, and that means on the average how many pips during that trading session has been recorded, and that means you have much more opportunity to trade during the London and New York session when there is a large pip movement. And depending also about depending on the symbol, you can see what is the difference between them. New Zealand against US dollar has the smallest pip range activity during trading session compared to GBP against Japanese yen or GBP USD. We can see that here. So if you are a trader who would like to have a large pip movement during trading session, you need to pick which trading symbol you would like to trade. Pick the one that has the biggest one, so you will have these large movements during the trading session with these large candles. But if you select the smallest one, New Zealand dollar against US dollar, you will have a small candles because on the average they move around 30 pips. Now this is the difference. Then you have here more details about Tokyo trading session. When you have then whenever it is Tokyo session and Sydney session, you will have symbols that are more traded, and that means, for example, New Zealand dollar, Australian dollar, Japanese yen, and between these three currencies, you will have much more trading activity compared to others. So, for example, let's take a look here. Whenever you have, just a minute, we have here New Zealand dollar and the Australian dollar against US dollar, we can see that the pip average almost is the same as the on the New York session and also on the London session compared to the Sydney and Tokyo session. But when you get here to the GBP and the USD, you can see that Tokyo and Sydney session has less volatility and also smaller pip range compared to London and New York session, because during the European session and the US session, there are much more traders who are trading GBP against US dollar than compared to, for example, New Zealand dollar against Australian dollar. These are the difference between the trading session. Which one you would like to trade also depends when you are awake. If you are from Japan, there is a possibility that you will not be able to trade a European and a US session so easily, because you would need to be awake when these sessions are active. What is the best time to trade? Well, this also depends. Here I have a graph that shows you what is the daily hour pip range. That means during one day, for 24 candles during one day, and that means, for example, this is the 5th. Just a minute. This is the start. This is the start of the day on the Friday, and this is everything up to here. So we have 24 candles where during the day there is high volatility and there is smaller volatility. So during the day, for example, this is for the Euro USD. We can see here an example. When the Tokyo session and Sydney session starts, we can see what is the average pip movement, and that is around 10 pips. Then when the London starts, we can see that here there is a larger pip movement on average, almost the double. And then when there is overlap between the London and New York session, during that day we have also large pip movement. So how the trading session are closing, the London and then also New York, this pip range is also reducing, coming back here to the Tokyo and the Sydney session on average. So when you will trade during the day, this is also one of the way how to pick that. During the volatility, when the market is volatile, and that is during the London and the New York session, it is the best time to trade because you will have much more trading opportunity, because the price on the chart will move much stronger and it will be easy to open the trade and make money than compared to this one. For example, if you open the trade here, you will not make money, so you will not be able to exit from the trade with a profit, or if the price goes against you, you the loss, but you will be stuck in this trade waiting for the larger volatility to open on the market and then to start the trade. This is one of the ways how to pick what is the best time to trade during the day. Check the pip range of volatility on the special symbol that you would like to trade. What is the best day to trade? Here is also one of the charts I have. The pip value, we can see on the average. You can see one of these symbols. Here are the symbols located, and you can see that on average 140 is, for example, GBP Japanese yen. The smallest one are these green ones, which are, for example, Euro CHF, Euro Japanese yen, and then we have this yellow, which is New Zealand dollar against US dollar. So these are on average has 60 pips. So we can see from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday when there is a higher volatility. On a Monday, on a Friday, there is the smallest volatility, and during the day, especially during the week on Wednesday, it is the peak, and also on a Thursday, depending on these symbols. We can see how this looks. So you can also pick which day in the week you would like to trade. Pick the ones when you have higher volatility, especially that is after the Monday closes. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, these 3 days. On the Friday, the market starts to close the trades. The market starts to calm down because the weekend is coming, and especially the traders are exiting from their trades just to lock the profit when the market ends, because they do not want to have open orders over the weekend, because over the weekend can happen something, and when the market opens on a Monday, they are in very big loss because the market has opened with a large gap compared to Friday. So they want to avoid that. Now, what is the conclusion? For the trading session, we can make the conclusion that Forex market is open during the day, during the week, from Monday to Friday, and there is also especially when the market is active and when it's not active. Depending on which symbols are you trading, there is a high volatility during the week, and also during the day there is also high volatility depending on the trading session, especially when there is an overlap between the US session and the European session. I hope this has shed some light that you can understand what is the trading session, what is the best time to trade during the day, what is the best day in a week when to trade, so you can also pick what is the best for you. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. I will try to answer as soon as possible. See you next time, and happy trading.